Welcome, welcome. It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And I apologize for getting this one out so late. I usually want to get these out as soon as they drop, and this dropped hours ago. But we've got the first day of Drake DefenseCon. So Drake is never invited to Invictus Launch Week. For whatever reason, they don't have that kind of relationship with the Navy, so they do their own thing during Invictus Launch Week, and they always rent a little space out near the convention center and do their own Defense Con, Drake Defense Con, a couple days after Invictus Launch Week is over, and it's kind of become part of Invictus Launch Week. So, why Drake? Drake is the fun manufacturer out of all of them in the game. I mean, they do tend to sell more stuff towards outlaw types, but their ships are, I guess, no frills is the best way to put it. You know, they don't put wallpaper up on the insides of their ships. They don't try to hide the piping and stuff like that. There's no ejection seats in a lot of their stuff. So Drake is just kind of like, not the poor man's manufacturer by any means, but they're definitely a more affordable option for a lot of people in the verse. I love Drake. A lot of you out there do. I really love Drake. I like a lot of their ships. I like some of the synergy between some of their ships, which maybe we'll get into in a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a look at what they're offering up for sale during Drake DefenseCon this year. So, starting off with the light fighter slash interdictor, the Buccaneer. Now, this thing can be a lot better than what it is. Unfortunately, right now, it's not the most solid of ships. It's not been that way for a little while, but it does pack a punch when it's working as, I guess it's supposed to. $110 for it. If you have a Kraken, it's got a couple of bays that can fit these Buccaneers in the side of the ship. The Drake Caterpillar is next at $330. This is a highly modular transport. Right now, it's just a cargo configuration of this ship, but later down the road, you'll be able to change these modules into different things like a med bay or a Dragonfly hangar or maybe even a Titan suit hangar. Who knows? But it's going to be very modular, and you'll be able to change those out pretty easily somewhere down the road. And the side portion of the ship comes off. It flies separately. Not yet, but it will in the future. And this side over here has a nice tractor beam to it. So it's a fantastic, very versatile, larger ship that's going to be capable of a lot of different things somewhere down the road. $330 for the Caterpillar, one of my favorites. The Drake Corsair. This one's fairly new to the flyable side of things. $250. It's kind of a steal for a multi-crew ship. Very powerful forward-facing guns, but it doesn't have quite the versatility maybe of a Constellation series. But Corsair is a lot of fun. Great layout to the ship. Has an elevator that goes all the way to the top of the ship. First time we've seen that. I really like it. Great ship. It's got an asymmetrical design, so it's kind of neat looking as well. $250, and it's also got a special upgrade offer, which we'll go into. Then we have the Drake Cutlass Black at $100. Okay, guys, if you're looking to get a starter ship or any ship early on, and you have a $100 budget, the Cutlass Black, by far, is the ship I would recommend. Why? It is the most versatile early-end ship you can get. It's got cargo capacity. It's got jump seats for troops. It's got side doors that makes it very accessible for moving cargo in and out or jumping in and out. It's got a turret. If you want to do a little bit of multiplayer stuff. I mean, it's just an extremely versatile ship. You can have 4 size 3 guns on it that the pilot can control. It's just great all around. So if you're looking to get a ship that's great all around, that can do a little bit of everything early on, the Cutlass Black is it. $100 is a good steal for that ship. I mean, it's a good amount of money, but for that ship, as much as it can do comparatively to other ships, $100 is a steal for the Cuddy Black. Then we go into the Cutlass Blue. Now, the Cutlass Blue is the police variant, or the interdiction variant of the Cutlass. It has some quantum dampening, means that if a ship's trying to escape, it's got to get a long ways away from you before it can jump into quantum speeds. Otherwise, this thing's going to catch up to it and possibly subdue it. It is a multiplayer ship as well, and it has cells in the back of it for capturing that prey and arresting them and taking them away to prison. $175 for the Cuddy Blue. The Cuddy Red, the original ambulance of the game. Used to be a fantastic ship, and you had to have one in your fleet because the beds in the back were capable of resurrecting people. That wasn't the initial intention of the ship. That was just the first, I guess, tier 1 or tier 0 gameplay for medical. Now that's changed because they have tier 2 and tier 3 beds. So this thing only comes with tier 1 beds, or the beds that are only capable of fixing light wounds. So you can no longer res anybody in the back of a Cuddy Red. So its use has gone down a lot. It's still useful for healing some minor injuries, but you won't see too many people using this for major ops, just because, I mean, you need some place that you can respawn, and this isn't it. Now, in the future, respawning is going to be a little bit different, and the Cuddy Red will be able to, I guess, do some search and rescue. So if you had to bail out of your ship and you're floating aimlessly through space, and your beacon goes off, then the Cuddy Red can come and pick you up, put you in the med bay or put you in the med bed and fix you up as well. So could be very useful down the road. Just right now in the game, it's at a point where this ship is not much use. $135 for the Cuddy Red. The Cutlass Steel. This is probably the most controversial ship ever released by CIG. Let's take a look at the Cuddy Black again. $100. Cuddy Blue, $175. And the Cuddy Red, $135. This ship is $235 for a Cutlass. Same kind of armor, or at least supposedly, same kind of weapons that the Cuddy Black has. Only has a few more size 1s that you need people to operate. This thing is a dropship, okay? It's designed to have a bunch of people on it, get in quick, drop them all off, and get out. The biggest problem with this ship is it's only got the durability of a Cutlass. Whereas something like a C2 or an M2 Hercules has a little more durability, or a Valkyrie has more durability, or even the Tavaran dropship. What is it? The name escapes me right now. Anyways, that thing has some stealth and durability. This thing doesn't have the durability to survive a drop. When you call it a dropship, it's going to get hit and drop, and everybody on board is going to die. They need to give it armor. It looks armored here. They need to make it a massive difference in armor compared to the other Cutlasses, so it can actually perform its duties. And maybe when armor and physicalized damage are completely in the game, maybe that's what they'll do with this ship. But $235 is way too much for this ship. Way too much for what it is right now. If they give it the armor, maybe it'll be worth that. But right now, it's not worth it. This is the biggest pass on any ship I could tell you right now in the game. Pass this ship. Pass, pass, pass. Unless you're a collector. All right, moving on. The Drake Cutter. This is the newest starting level ship in the game. And let me tell you, it's one of my favorites. If not my favorite starter ship. It looks cool. It flies cool. It's got some cargo space. It's got a bed in it. I mean, it's just very versatile. To me, it's just a really cool little light freighter starter ship. If you ask me what starter ship to get, I would probably choose this one over all the others at that $45 value. It's just a fun little ship. Drake really knows Drake. I mean, it looks very Drake-ish. It's just a cool little ship. $45. Then we have the Dragonfly, which is the 2-seat hover bike with guns and a little bit of cargo storage. It says racing here. I would not call the Dragonfly a racer at all. It's the slowest of the hover bikes, I believe. I think it's slower than the quad. But yeah, I mean, it's got guns on it, guys. This thing that we've actually used these in Arena Commander before. It was kind of fun. But being so small, you can use it in space. You can use it on planet's surface. It's just a great little way to get from point A to point B. Obviously, there's no quantum drive on it, so in space, you're very limited on your range. But you could take it out from a little ship and you know, maybe go visit a derelict or something that's out in space, or you know, whatever. Scout around. There's different things you can use this for. $40 for the Drake Dragonfly Black. Now, they do come in another model called the Yellow Jacket, which is all yellow. And then there was the Star Kitten version as well. Those are pretty much just paint schemes, guys. The black is the one that's available today. So $40 for the Dragonfly Black. Then you have the Drake Herald. Now, this one's another one that I don't advise getting as of right now because there's no real gameplay for it. This is going to be a data collection ship. A lot of times, Heralds are designed to be like data transfer ships. So they run jump points from one jump point to another. They offload their data once they get to the system in question, and then they jump back with data from that system and take it to the other system and vice versa. It's kind of like a mail ship, only with data. Now, they do have some interception capability as far as data is concerned, but none of that is in the game yet, so you can't use it. This is one of the most useless ships in the game right now. Now, this ship is also supposed to be one of the fastest ships in the game. It's got a massive couple of engines on the back and a straight line runner. You won't find one faster than this one. I apologize. My dogs are killing each other in the background. They'll get over it soon enough. $85 for the Herald. Again, not one I would get right now. Now, one of my favorite ships in all of the verse, it's also a Drake ship. It's the Kraken. The Kraken is listed as a multi-role light carrier. It's got a couple of medium bays on it, and then it's got 4 small flight deck bays, and then 2 extra small bays, like I said, for the Dragonfly, not Dragonflies, for the Buccaneers. It does come with a Dragonfly bay as well. So this thing can support tons of craft. Lots and lots of different craft in it. It's got a size 8 turret on it, or gun, so it can take on capital ships if it needs to. Obviously, that's not its primary role. Its primary role is going to be as a carrier, supporting those fighters or those ships, and fighting from a distance if it fights at all. It shouldn't be in the fight. It should be way in the back, and somebody should be trying to hunt this thing down. It looks like it's gone up a little bit in price. It's $1,650. Now, these are still available on Warbond at $1,400. Oh, nope, they're sold out. But the next time it rolls around, you might be able to get one. $1,650 for credits. Again, that is sold out as well. Again, this is one of my favorites. The Kraken is going to be so much fun when it comes out, and a fantastic headquarters for any org, a smaller org especially. The thing is so big, the ship is, that you have a tram that runs the length of the ship. That's right. You have an inside, like a railroad that runs all the way from one side of the ship to the other. So it's going to be a very nice sized ship. So the price tag is high because it's huge. Then you have its brother, the Kraken Privateer. The Privateer is still got the carrier layout, but instead of the internal cargo space that the original Kraken has and the Dragonfly bays, all that's been replaced with a marketplace on the Privateer. So you're going to have 6 regular shops and 2 black market shops on a Privateer. It's a little bitty mall, an outlet mall, right? You'll be able to sell arms or armor or any kind of goods you can imagine, and of course black market goods as well. How do those black market goods work? Well, there's going to be some storage in there that is shielded from regular sensors, so you'll be able to keep some of those black market goods off the sensors of most ships that are trying to see what you have as far as cargo. Now you can see how big this is compared to the people down here at the bottom. It's a massive ship, and it is capable of landing. So it's one of the biggest ones capable of landing. $2,000 for the credit version, $1,700 for the war bond version. And again, this is sold out right now. They'll have a couple other opportunities to get one coming up soon, I believe. Actually, you got one more opportunity to get one tonight. So, yeah, great. The Drake Kraken Privateer and the Drake Kraken, 2 of my favorites. Then you have the Drake Vulture. This one's been really popular for $319 because it's a salvage ship, and we just got our first iteration of salvage. So the Vulture's perfect for you solo salvagers out there. It's capable of making quite a bit of money if you can find the ship holes to salvage, and you learn the trade pretty well. I know I've got some crews that are running every day doing salvage. They really enjoy it. Some people enjoy it way more than they do mining, which mining used to be a national pastime of the Texas Space Navy. I think it's changed quite recently to salvage. We'll have to see how that plays out over the next few patches as things stabilize a little bit more. It does have a special upgrade offer as well. So I'm sure you get it for a little bit less. And there's a ton of different paint jobs for it. Carnival paint, the pyrite paint, nice. Assembly paint, carbonide paint, longhorn paint. You get the idea. So if you want to paint up your ship, you can do that as well. A lot of these will offer paint schemes for their ships. As you can see, there's a couple of them here for the Buccaneer. Go check those out as well. They range in price depending on the size of the ship. And then you can get the Corsair on the daily war bond upgrade special, 10-year insurance. So let's say you got an entry-level ship that's only got 6-month insurance, and you want a Corsair, you can pay the $200 or whatever to upgrade to the Corsair, and it'll also have the 10-year insurance instead of the 6-month insurance when you upgrade. But that's all you have from Drake DefenseCon. I mean, you could watch the video. I'm not going to do that here because it'll make this video much longer. But you also have the typical special offers, and then the Drake Complete Pack, $45.95, so $4,600 gets you everything on Warbond. $5,100 will get it for you on credit, and then you can do the Drake Gear Pack as well. And if you're wondering what's in that Complete Pack, let's take a look real quick. So you'll get the Buccaneer, the Caterpillar, the Corsair, Cuddy Black, Blue, Red, Steel, the Cutter, the Dragonfly, the Herald, the Kraken Privateer, the Mule, the Vulture, and lifetime insurance on everything. So it's missing a couple of things like the Dragonfly yellow jacket and that sort of thing, but that's a special edition ship anyways. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about Drake DefenseCon. Is Drake one of your more liked manufacturers, or you can't stand Drake? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you do like Drake, which ships are you picking up? Which ones are you aiming for in the future? Which ones do you feel have the most possibility for you and your org? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.